Well, here we are, back for a little more fun. It is time for more judging lawyers. And today, we get to take a look at one of my favorite movies, Liar, Liar, with Jim Carrey. So without any further hesitation, let's get to the movie.
Do I dare ask you to call your next witness?
I have no further witnesses, Your Honor.
You don't get far into this one without saying a few things that would bother anyone who has Jim Carrey as a client, as an attorney. First of all, he looks a bit disheveled. His suit is torn and tattered. He has a few abrasions about him. And yes, he sits up and has paper sticking to his forehead. This isn't the ideal situation for any lawyer. The other thing I notice here is he's addressing the court while sitting down, which in a lot of courtrooms will get you in trouble. Let's continue.
I have no further witnesses, Your Honor.
What are you doing? Call me.
You do not understand. I can't lie. I can't do anything dishonest until 8:15 tonight.
Again, you don't go much further and you see a few other things that would raise your eyebrows. First of all, I do note that the client is dressed a little bit suggestively, and you know, we always tell our clients that you want to dress not to draw attention to yourself, and he doesn't really have that much control over his client, as the client grabs him by the lapel, pulls him to her face, and they get into an argument. This is not great client management.
Listen, you bastard. I want my money. I am not going to end up as 31-year-old divorcee on welfare because my scumbag attorney had a sudden attack of conscience.
31.
If Mr. Reed has no further witnesses, then I have no choice but to rule in favor of...
Your Honor! I call Samantha Cole to the stand.
When he calls his client to the stand, he acts as if it's some revelation. I think that this is something that he should have had planned out before and maybe given some thought to. I mean, you know, deciding whether or not to call your client as a witness in a case is a fairly big deal. So this is a little bit concerning as well.
To the stand.
Order. Order! Order!
Knock it off!
Sit down!
So, this is great. So when the judge can't get control of the courtroom, Jim Carrey decides he's going to by yelling, "Knock it off." I can't ever recall a moment in my 25 years of practicing law where I have told people in the courtroom to knock it off. That would be something else. So this is great. This makes this whole clip for me when he's had about enough and he yells, "Knock it off."
Mr. Reed, it is out of sheer morbid curiosity I'm allowing this freak show to continue.
Simply stated, it is bad when the court tells you that your presentation of the case is a freak show.
Mrs. Cole, if you dare.
Mrs. Cole, is this a copy of your driver's license?
Yes.
It says here you're a blonde, are you? If you don't remember, perhaps Mr. Falk will.
Brunette.
We can play the tape again. Maybe it's on there.
I'm a brunette.
Thank you. Now let's see. Weight 105? Yeah, in your bra.
Your Honor, I object.
You would!
Bastard!
Hey!
Quiet! Overruled!
While sometimes I am a little upset with the attorney who is representing my adversary, it's never proper to get into a verbal dispute in front of the judge and in front of the courtroom where you are calling each other's names. One time in the middle of a deposition, I had someone ask me to step outside, and when we were outside, we exchanged a few nice words, but never like this in the courtroom. Never.
Wait.
118. All right, fine. I'm 127.
Uh-huh. And it says here you were born in 1964, but that's not true either, is it? Is it?
No.
Will you tell me what it says here on your birth certificate under date of birth?
Your Honor, I object. What does this have to do with anything?
Overruled. Mrs. Cole, answer the question.
1965.
Now, let me get this straight. That would mean that you lied about your age to make yourself older. But why would any woman want to do that?
I changed it so I could get married.
And the truth shall set you free!
And this one's so out of tune with whatever happened. To yell after you get some type of an admission from a witness on the stand, and the truth shall set you free. Just totally out of character for what should happen, but makes this a great movie. This is a great scene.
My client lied about her age. She was only 17 when she got married, which makes her a minor. And in the great state of California, no minor can enter into any legal contract without parental consent, including
Prenuptial agreement.
prenuptial agreements. This contract is void. The fact that my client has been ridden more than Seattle Slew is irrelevant. Standard community property applies, and she is entitled to half of the marital asset.
My client has been ridden more than Seattle Slew. For those that don't know, Seattle Slew is a famous racehorse. And I can never imagine saying something like that about my own client. Again, wonderful, wonderful cinema.
Standard community property applies, and she is entitled to half of the marital assets, or $11.395 million. Jordan fades back, swoosh, and that's the game! Nothing further, Your Honor.
Jordan fades back, swish, and that's the game. While we've all had those moments where we feel like that in the courtroom, while we know we have nailed it, while we know we have brought it home, you just can't have the antics. And then he just continues with his moonwalking backwards to the counsel table, where he sits down making all kinds of animated gestures, classic Jim Carrey, and way out of character for anything you'd ever see, but I love it.
Order! In light of this new evidence, the court must rule in favor of Mrs. Cole. She is hereby awarded half the marital assets.
The son of a bitch pulled it off! I didn't know she was underage.
Doesn't matter, the contract's void.
Order!
We'll end this with the nice kiss that Jim Carrey gets from his wonderful client, who is now wealthy. And I think that this would cause a lot of problems if I were to receive such a kiss, as my wife certainly would not approve. This has been Judging Lawyers, Liar, Liar. I hope you enjoyed.